I feel like any little piece of information that gets out on you will be used by the worst people on the internet to destroy your life. And it's so isolating.
And terrifying.
It's horrifying. I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
It's overwhelming. It's really.
So I guess that was just Taylor projecting. Welcome back to the channel today, everyone. So the Washington Post published a hit piece on Libs of TikTok creator, and the article written by none other than Cryboy herself, Taylor Lorenz. But first, our sponsor for today's show are the Tuttle Twins book series. In a world where teachers seem to prioritize teaching wokeness to your kids, you have to take your child's education into your own hands. The Tuttle Twins have books that teach them history, sound money, personal freedoms, and more. Use the link in the description and get your books today. And also, save on gas with the Get Upside app. Okay, so Libs of TikTok. Now, I've mentioned them a couple times on this channel. Remember the transition closet video I did a few months ago? I would have never actually known about that if it wasn't for the work of Libs of TikTok and going online and finding these videos and publishing them on their page. I love their work. They provide an eye-opening look at what progressives are posting on TikTok, and we know that TikTok is a safe haven for these people to post their ideals and what they're doing, and they basically expose themselves. And all that Libs of TikTok really does is post what other people post of themselves on the internet. Then you have Taylor Lorenz, who is a writer from the Washington Post who has made it a career of bullying people she doesn't like on the internet. She then went on MSNBC a couple weeks ago crying about the harassment that she receives online. It was very much a pot kettle situation. So this week, Taylor wrote a hit piece exposing the woman behind the Libs of TikTok account, and the original article actually had a link to her work site, which also had a link to her phone number, and had her address and everything like that on there, which the Washington Post then edited out to remove that link so that they could say that they were not doxing this person, when obviously the original intent, and even posting this woman's name, is doxing. And this is the same woman who posted this on April 2nd in response to a joke about how the left acts in these types of situations. The original post says, "Online harassment is terrible and should never be tolerated unless it comes to my enemies, in which case it's fine." Taylor responds, "I know you're joking, but doxing, stalking, trying to hurt and smear people's loved ones, threaten them, is not okay in any situation. People on here who constantly stoke these politicized outrage campaigns want to dismiss it, but it shouldn't be dismissed, has very real consequences." And it should be noted that Taylor actually went to the house of some of the Libs of TikTok creators' family members, trying to verify the story. So doing exactly what she just said can have very real consequences. But then how does she excuse her hypocrisy? She writes this in a tweet. "Rather than debate doxing, I hope people can read this story and see the striking escalation of attacks against gay and trans people and the crucial role this account has played in the right-wing media ecosystem." Nice deflection, Taylor. Then she goes on to talk about how this page is the reason for a number of anti-LGBT bills popping up across the country. To which I say good, because the bills aren't anti-LGBT, as you have seen me report on them before, and I have also had more hands-on approach in some of these other bills that are out there as well. Something that I haven't really talked about much, and maybe I will more in the future, as to what I am actually doing to help with some of this legislation. But I think my friend PolitiBunny put it best when she said, "If you don't like the Libs of TikTok posting your insanely awful videos, then maybe stop recording and sharing insanely awful videos. She isn't making you look stupid. You're doing that all on your own. Because all she's doing is posting other people's videos. I will also point out that it's not just the queer community that she posts their videos. Remember this video of pedo sympathizer Professor Stephen Kirshner, as well as the person who he's on the show with, which is a known libertarian, Thaddeus Russell, and how their views are dangerous to children.
And also when it comes to hebephilia rather than sort of adult child sex, so sex with like young teens, it's not clear to me. I mean, look, there's at least some reason to believe that that individuals are, you know, designed by evolution to begin reproduction at that period. So if they're designed by evolution to begin reproduction, it's not clear why it would be physically either harmful or emotionally harmful. And so there was kind of like 3 different explanations, none of which convinced me. The right infringement case, that we don't get, they can't give their valid consent, and therefore it's wrong in virtue of being a right infringement. And there's a view that it's exploitative, that even if it's not harmful, and even if it's not a right infringement, it's somehow an exploitation.
Right. I've heard all these. Yes. Okay.
Right. So those are the 3 dominant arguments. And none of these convince me. So me neither. And the rights-based argument, I think, look, we make children do all sorts of things that we don't want to do. Right?
Thank you.
You know, we make them go to church. We make them go to the temple. We tell them to go to school. They got to go to the dentist. They got to go to their sister's ballet recital. And we don't care what they say. And they want to do things. We say no, right? They say, I want to stay up and watch, you know, Creature Feature on WPIX until, you know, 2 in the morning. Say, well, it's tough.
That is all a child's life is coercion.
Right, that's right.
Is coercion by adults and often to make the child do something for the adult's pleasure only.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And then last, exploitation. Again, I don't think exploitation is wrongful. I'm not exactly sure even what makes something exploitative.
Exactly.
If there were, I'm not sure what makes it wrongful. And even if it were wrongful, it's not clear that it occurs in most cases of adult child sex, or even let alone all of the cases.
Yep. Man, listen, you're talking to a guy who for 25 years has been making arguments more or less in defense of adult child sex in classrooms. And I don't know if it's the same argument as yours, but I even authored a piece in the Daily Beast in which I called into question the age of consent laws. Which is, you know, and I brought to bear the arguments I was making in class, and I'm going to see whether they jibe.
Those types of people that think like that and should be exposed. Or just this recent post of the New York City mayor showing his hypocrisy of being out with a mask while making rules that says 2-year-olds still have to wear one. But instead of diving too much down into the hypocrisy of the whole situation and going down this road, I want to take a little different approach than what some of the other creators are doing. I want to take some of the Libs of TikTok videos and just show them. Show them in my solidarity with Libs of TikTok. So, here we go.
Hi, my name's Az and I'm a preschool teacher. So, my classroom celebrates diversity. It's probably my favorite thing to teach. We usually use kids' books to talk about this kind of thing. Recently we started wearing pronoun pins, and the kids get to pick a new pronoun pin every day. We have some that pick like she, her every single day, and we have some that change it up. So diversity is really important in my class. So I recently realized that there's a whole lot of really amazing figureheads and people to look up to in this world who aren't white or straight or male or what have you. And that we should learn a little bit more about these people.
So this is a teacher just again confirming what we've shown on this channel, that they want to teach queer theory to your children, and all Libs of TikTok is doing is exposing them. What's wrong with that? Or this video, which I'm not going to show the video, but the teacher proclaims, and this is the Libs of TikTok headline, parents need to stay the F out of classrooms. This is what the left really thinks. Listen when they tell you. They want to take your kids, groom them, and indoctrinate them behind your back. We've been saying this. This is what we've been saying on this channel. And Libs of TikTok in this situation are absolutely correct. Believe them. Always believe them when they tell you what their plans are. But then you have this video like this showing just the hazards of leftist politics. It has nothing to do with schools, period. posting that video. That is what's happening in cities like San Francisco and under other progressive cities because of the defund the police movement. And this is just exposing those videos that they are posting online. You can find these videos everywhere online. Libs of TikTok does not create any of their own content. Or this video, again, which has nothing to do with schools, but it's just deeply disturbing. I mean, that video is just evil. Celebrating abortion is disgusting. Plain and simple. Like, I don't even know what to say about that. Those are the types of videos that should be exposed. Finally, we have another teacher who is essentially telling you how she teaches queer theory, but hides it from parents that may not appreciate this teacher indoctrinating your children. Just look.
Comment on my classroom decor video about how parents might complain, and there's actually a way to be really sneaky about supporting specifically queer students in your classroom, and I want to show you it. So historically, the pink triangle was actually used in concentration camps to identify gay women and also people who were asexual, and now it's been co-opted by the queer community to be a symbol of a safe space. Dropping a pink triangle somewhere in your room makes a huge difference because kids look for that, especially in places, especially in high school spaces. Kids will look for that. And so that's kind of a sneaky way to show your support if you're in an area that you might get some pushback on, but still want to make sure that you have things up that make your space inclusive.
Posting these videos in their classrooms, and then they wonder why they get in trouble because they're outing themselves. They are telling you exactly what they're doing to hide stuff from parents. There's a whole slew of other videos just like this out there, and yes, there have been teachers that have gotten in trouble for the stuff that they post online. Now again, Libs of TikTok does not post any of their own content. They are just posting what is publicly available online. What Taylor Renz did to her is gone in, investigated who this person was behind this account. It didn't have anything to do with her story. And she posted it all over the internet, put a name to a face, and possibly put the creator of Libs of TikTok in danger. That's the difference. These are just people posting their own videos. They are simply showing you who they are. This is not doxing. When you post yourself online. In fact, why are you complaining about your videos getting more exposure? I thought that's the point of posting it online. I mean, come on. So in the description to this video, I have posted the links to the Libs of TikTok account. They have already gained about 250,000 subscribers because of this article. But let's try to get them to 1 million by the end of this week. As well, it's also good to see the Babylon Bee has announced that they will bring on the woman behind Libs of TikTok on board to be an employee with the Babylon Bee. But as always, let me know what you think in the comment section. Click that like and subscribe button. Make sure you go support our sponsors. Follow me across all social media platforms, and I will see you guys next time.